Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
I said 580.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Smith. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. Everyone's got 4.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here's Dustin Colquitt on to punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That is short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. In his own end zone, it's Manning. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he's got room. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession. On 2nd down, here's Smith. A dump off to Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Zach Ertz from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Manning now on 1st down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald in there again to drop him for the 2nd straight play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. Brown with his stick skills. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Ware coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. They find some open field here. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Green from 19 yards away. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
12, 12, 12.
Here's Smith now on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Right. Zebra. Yeah, zebra. Zebra. Right.
Now Manning. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Manning. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Zebra. 27 to Sam. 27 gun.
One final try now for Manning. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw is Smith. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. Shannon Sharp, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Smith. And he connects with Ertz. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Smith throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Smith now to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Elliott. So he got free at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
That was a statement stop right there. Now forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Manning. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, I used to play quarterback in high school.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing, he's in trouble, and McCoy won't make it out of the end zone. It's a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a 1-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
To throw, it's Manning. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Manning. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a play fake. Manning going for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Now Manning, gotta have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Manning now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. A give to McCoy. And he's got this one down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Brown. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The safety, Landon Collins. There to make the tackle.
Good work, D. That's how we ball, fellas. Keep playing hard. Woo! Regular.
On second down, here's Manning. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Green's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Manning to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. To Marcus Ware. Leading the surge there, he drops in for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Manning. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Receiver.
Manning indeed going for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus Joyner with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And this one completes a read. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Manning going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. LaShawn McCoy from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Madden Elites offense coming back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. This is taken at the 23. Oh, now he bowls him over. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Manning to throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A.J. Green, 36 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now let's go.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And going deep for Hill. This is caught, and it's a touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 51 yards. And the Madden Elites draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This give is to McCoy. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And taken down. Eli sacked. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. We have hit halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The dangerous Hill now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Madden Elites heading back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield on play action. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to let it go again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play fake. Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Linval Joseph. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. DeMarcus Ware in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Manning throwing on second down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Manning. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he gets this one all the way up to the 24. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
You know, has to be really happy after that play. The offensive line, to be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Formation fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got his tailback, Ricky Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. And a 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Jerry Rice open right side. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%. But he does have a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Back to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
27%.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And some room to work. Open space inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now McCoy. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now here's whistles and another timeout, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Manning will take a knee, and that should be the final act in this one.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline, because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. From Baltimore, so long, everybody. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Kill. 21. Ready. Wait. 21.
Breeze now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw, it's Breeze. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Under.
The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
5-8. Get set.
On second down, Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Breeze. Forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Antonio Brown, 41 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Zebra.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll pitch it out to McCoy, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass.
Zebra.
Manning now to throw. He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Ryan Kerrigan with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here we go on 4th down with Manning. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.